2015, Comics Online. We're here with the cast of Power Rangers Dino Charge. Guys,
Hey.
thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Power Rangers obviously has a legacy, and being around for over 20, something like that. Yeah, well, for me, it has a legacy. For our viewers, it has a legacy. Maybe, some people. But what does Power Rangers mean to you guys individually? Jump in as you want.
Yeah, Power Rangers to me, I grew up watching Mighty Morphin. I was with it from the start. So for me, being able to go from fan to Ranger was incredible. I mean, Yoshi, even more so than myself, had started, with the Japanese series, Super Sentai. I mean, take away your story too.
I've always loved Power Rangers. I started off watching Ranger, and then I saw Mighty Morphin, and I continued to watch up until like Jungle Fury. And then I stopped for a little bit, and then I got the job to become one of the suit actors for Power Rangers. And when I did, I was like, oh, let's get back into Power Rangers, and got back into it even more hardcore and watched a lot of Super Sentai. And then I found out that there was an audition for Power Rangers, and I was able to essentially level up from a fan to suit actor, and then to the actual actor. So it was really, really cool to have that experience.
What about you guys? Power Rangers? Your personal history with the show?
Yeah, well, I grew up in New Zealand, so we, I think, only got the movie. So I watched Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the film, with Ivan Ooze and the White Ranger, and that was really exciting for me, and it obviously left a lasting impression. But I really love that, a group of teenagers can experience life, get these amazing powers, and teach kids morals and ethics, and it's just really exciting to be not only an actor but a leader, I guess, in good things. That's really exciting.
The show for me, like watching Mighty Morphin when I was little, I always got so much adrenaline watching it because there's so much power just in.
Power Rangers. There's so much power in the title.
So I mean, it was awesome for me because watching the show when I was little and getting all that adrenaline and getting those kind of rushes where you're just like, yes, this is awesome, and being on the show and awesome. Who said that? This guy. And then being on the show, and I think one of the biggest moments for all of us was doing our first. It's Morphin Time. And the adrenaline all of us got from it was unreal. So it's just kind of surreal. It's emotional.
What about you guys?
Well, I was a big, when I was younger, I collected toys a lot, and I had all sorts of different toys. I had a lot of Power Ranger toys. I was a Power Ranger for Halloween. Wasn't super into the TV show. I wasn't just too familiar with it, but I did watch the movie, and auditioning and leading up to filming, just in preparation for the role, watched most of Samurai, all of Samurai that had been released to that point, or all of Megaforce that had been released at that point, I should say, and then some of Samurai to just get an overall idea of what the tone was like and kind of refresh myself. So yeah, I definitely grew up a fan of Power Rangers, I would say. But not quite like Yoshi.
No one's quite like you.
Far from Yoshi.
Definitely true. Well, kind of interesting actually. These guys all know this, but I wasn't really allowed to watch TV growing up.
No!
I know, surprise! But I was allowed maybe half an hour a week, but even then I'd turn on the TV and my mom would say, go play outside, which was, lots of fun. I got to climb a lot of trees, so it's great, read a lot of books. As these guys also
Read a lot of
She's
books.
like Belle,
Yeah.
pretty much.
No, I always
You
told
can
her
read a book like this in about a day. It's
I
insane.
always told her because she'd come to set with books not even exaggerating, this big. So most people when they go to the store and pick out a book that they like to read, they open up the little summary and they're like, oh, The Notebook is a classic timeless love story, blah 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 blah. And then that's how if they like the plot, they'll buy the book. But Claire's okay, 2,000 pages? Yeah, not quite big enough. We'll see what happens.
What am I going to do for the rest of the time?
Yeah, exactly.
So let's let's talk about the morphing experience. You guys have a little bit more of a complicated morph than some of the
A
past
little
seasons.
bit.
So much fun.
We actually spent about an hour a day the first month learning it.
Yeah. It developed too.
It developed quite a bit. It wasn't hard at all.
It took a
We
while.
got it on our first
It was
try.
trial and error because we were there when the morph was kind of developing, and it went through some changes. And little by little, we finally perfected it. We weren't all as good as Yoshi was.
We were all completely 100%.
I mean,
in
sometimes
sync.
with those spins, Camille, I'm sorry, I just named her name. Camille was not as good as Yoshi.
Well, excuse me.
I'm not saying I was as good as Yoshi.
No, but I think the reason why it took so long is not only because we were learning. We were just learning the morph, but we were learning other stunts. Oh my goodness! They just caught that on film.
Can somebody dubstep remix that?
That'll be available on Comics Online.
Every time I'm
Settle, children, settle.
So that brings the next one.
Camille's
Who was the biggest prankster on set?
King Joffrey over here.
They were always
Hey, watch what you drink.
100% appropriate.
You know what? Somehow he always got away with it as well. He's just got away
No,
with
he
it.
did not.
Oh no, I got him
He
good.
did.
Yeah, he did.
I got him
He always
good.
got
So
away with it with who?
one day
I got in trouble.
he was trying to like sit down, and I was like, all right, let's play some pranks. So I pulled a chair from underneath him. I didn't know that he had a mic pack right on his tailbone.
And so I fell a good like 6 feet right onto the metal mic pad. And it was like,
And he tried to
I booked
play.
it. I was out.
He tried to play it off like it didn't hurt him, but he was so.
I was like,
I don't know. He definitely was like,
I was like,
no, at first it was one of those painful moments where your eyes are watering and you're trying not to show pain, but then afterwards I was like limping back and safety's like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Oh man, bless safety.
Oh.
They had so much to deal with us, from like Camille's constant tripping and falling every single time
And
we had to take like maybe 3 steps.
that's like
Daily.
every single day.
Daily.
Every,
every
single
single
day. Or like when they made me sprint through the mud and high heels and I wiped out and was like, no, I'm good. It's cool. Take 2. What's wrong? They're like, no, sit down.
My bloody toes.
His
all
bloody
the time.
toes. Yes, the open-toed shoes.
The Jesus sandals weren't very
Or
protected.
Brennan doing handstands on every single surface there ever could
I
possibly
didn't
be.
fall though.
And they were like, please get down.
One time they gave me a shot in my butt when I had like a migraine headache. That's pretty heavy.
What? Serious?
Yeah. It helped. It was really
Was it like a vitamin shot?
It was, yeah, it was like what I was prescribed to. Like,
Just like bend over your.
We're learning a lot about Power Rangers Dino
Okay,
Charge
close.
today.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's exactly what we want to find out. Comic-Con is a chance to learn more about you guys and the experiences and all that fun stuff. So, pretty
He's
much
like, what did I book?
I have no idea what's going on anymore, really. No, we've had the opportunity to speak with a lot of your predecessors from Power Rangers, the original cast and crew, from Jason David Frank to the team from last year from Super Mega Force. Have you guys had the opportunity to interact with any of those predecessors? Or
Actually, this morning, Jason Font from Power Rangers Time Force paid us a visit, which was awesome for me.
These 2 little girls.
Yeah, and with his little
Oh,
girls.
it's little girls. Girls.
Yoshi and
girls
I
are
are
adorable.
super fans of Time Force, so being able to see one of the Red Rangers that
Time Force,
inspired
Time
me.
Force.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because Jason Font, just the way he portrayed Wes, is kind of similar to how I feel Tyler is to a degree, with being serious but also being funny and playful, how he reacts with the rest of the cast in the show. So it was just really cool and humbling to meet him.
One person I really want to meet is Dan Southworth, but I have met him once, and but I met him when I was a suit ranger. So as a suit ranger, you kind of just do movements, no talking. So I shook his hand, going, I want to say something to you.
A few of us are also friends with some of the Mega Force cast members.
Yeah,
as
we
well.
met all of them right as we were being introduced at Morphicon, the fan convention that is every other year.
Every other year.
Yeah.
I'd like to meet Michael.
I would like to meet Rose MacGyver.
Call me.
So what have you guys learned from your time on Power Rangers? What has been the takeaway for you personally? You know, maybe something you've learned as an experience, you know, just on the set, or just something that you were surprised about?
Perseverance. I mean,
Yeah.
the days you get in and you're all hyped, especially like the first few weeks, months even, but it starts wearing on you. Just not that you're not in love with the work, but it's hard to keep up mentally sometimes because you're shooting 12, 14-hour days, 5
6 days a week.
Yeah, 5, 6 days a week. We do voiceover work as well, 1 day a week. So you're just fighting fatigue, but you have everyone with you, like from cast to crew, and they're all fighting the same fight you are, and everyone's putting in their best effort, their best foot forward, and trying to make the best show they can. So just being able to overcome chronic fatigue syndrome in a sense and still try to deliver the best product.
So basically, teamwork.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
And we also
That's Harris.
we also learned a lot about each other. We came into this as strangers.
Yes.
And we came out of it like a very, very functional family in every way. So there's nothing, like I think there's nothing that these boys do not know about me because they spent approximately 23 out of 24 hours a day with me, 7 days a week. So, I mean, I think it's actually, it's a really beautiful thing, the bond that we'll always have with each other and
our energems.
it's,
The bond.
Okay.
There's a joke. Could you bond?
We got you.
And kind of on a similar note to what Brennan said, I think one thing about bonding, yes, no, about perseverance, I learned that your positivity and your happiness is a choice. You can choose to look at every single opportunity that you encounter with a negative attitude, and you can choose to say, this is really difficult, I'm going to let this get me down, I'm going to let this be a really terrible experience, or you can choose to have a positive outlook. You can choose to take everything as a lesson and as an opportunity to grow and to learn and to help other people around you grow and learn. And we do this for our fans who, I mean, a lot of them are kids, so you look at every single opportunity as a chance to teach a lesson, learn a lesson yourself, and just be positive because you can choose to be happy and
Absolutely.
you will be.
And you don't realize how much, like, when you get put into those situations, then you really have to make sure that your attitude is right, like they were saying, and it can be really hard sometimes, can't it?
Yeah.
But like just remembering, like as I've grown up in the performing arts, like I've been told over and over again, attitude is everything, and we've had many times where we've had to put that into.
Yeah.
We just have to be the inspiration that, past Rangers were inspirations to us. To us. So it's just want to be able to give that back to the kids of this generation.
Well, you guys have definitely added to the legacy of Power Rangers, and it's nice to be able to revisit the dinosaur theme, which a lot of us grew up with. I'm sure it's exciting for you guys too, having being immersed in it.
Tricera!
I'm kind of upset that I'm not Triceratops. That the first blue to not be Triceratops. I was like, so cool.
It's okay, you're still.
Stegosaurus.
It is cool. Dude,
Stegosaurus.
he's got like spikes on the end of his tail.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention, that's what happened. Well, thank you very much, guys, for your time.
Thank you.
Stay
Absolutely.
tuned for more Dino Charge at Comics Online. And guys, can I get it? It's Morphin Time?
Yeah.
Of course.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
It's Morphin Time!